We're going to do a little Feldenkrais lesson that works in sitting on some movements of your spine. The important thing in moving in Feldenkrais is that you move slowly, that you feel the movement. It doesn't have to be any kind of stretch. We're working with the nervous system, not so much stretching the muscles. So you do the movement slowly, you can rest after each movement, and just explore the sensations that you have from doing the unusual movements. So if you want to be on your chair there, can you come a little bit forward on your chair so that you can feel your sit bones underneath you? You know, in our society, we sit a lot, we tend to get a little bent over. So the first thing we want to do is explore the opposite movement, which would be to roll a little forward on your sit bones while you look up. And then you roll back on your sit bones while you look down. Okay, so notice how we can get the feeling that the whole spine is working as our neck to move the head. So instead of the neck doing all the work, we want to start to get the feeling that the rest of us can assist the neck in moving the head, and then we won't get that feeling of strain. Good. Now can you feel how the knees can move apart when you look up and move together when you look down? So as the knees go apart when you look up, feel how you get a little opening in your hips. Perhaps you can feel how that opens up your lower back a little bit. A good rule of thumb in doing these movements is 4 to 8 times is a good amount of time to feel what the movement can do for you. And then just for a second, bring your knees together and keep them there. Keep your knees together while you come forward on your sit bones. Okay, and just feel the effect of having the knees together, of having your hips in that locked kind of position when you bring the movement forward into your sit bones again. Okay, so we do the same thing with the knees that are together. Just notice how that blocks you a little bit. Just do it a few times just to feel the effect. Good. Okay, and then go back to having the knees go apart and just feel that that's better. You know, if we can give our body the feeling of the option of either keeping the knees locked together or letting them participate. And of course, by moving the knees, we're moving the hips. So it's the hips and the low back that we want to teach to move together in that easier way. Good, good. Okay, so have your feet that shoulder width apart. Have your fists on your thighs. And this time when you look up, can you roll your fists out a little bit so that you feel the shoulders rotate out as well. Okay, so go up and down a few times that way. Good, good. So some people are already putting together the knees and the hands together, and which is good. That's what we want, that feeling that when the spine is arching, the hips and shoulders rotating out is what goes together with that. Good, good, good. Okay, now the next time you go back and you're looking down, stay there for a second. Can you keep your chin down by your chest while the rest of you comes forward? So it's the same movement except the chin stays down by the chest while you do it. So this is going to be a change, you know, from your habit. So just feel how it's funny to do that. To keep your chin down, it might take a few times for you to feel how you can do that. Now something that helps us do something like this is to exhale as we come forward. Because exhaling is a signal to soften and relax to your body. So feel how you can relax your chest a little bit more if you're able to exhale as you move your chest forward while keeping your chin down. Good, good. Just notice how that's feeling. Good. Okay, and then just come back and just a few times raise the head and see if you can feel that movement through the spine a little bit more. Very good, very good. Okay, then take a little rest. Take a little rest for your concentration. We want to give a little time for the body to feel, to download that information that it's getting, and be able to do something new. So just notice how you feel for a second. And then our next movement is going to be with the arms in a little different position. One hand on the shoulder, so we cross the arms. Good, good. Now when we come forward on the sit bones, we're going to lift the elbows. And then when you come down, you drop the elbows. Okay, so this position is good for getting the upper back to engage. We want to get that feeling that we're rolling back and getting some length in the low back. And then when we roll forward, you get an arch in the low back. And with the arms in this position, can you feel how the upper back is able to participate in that as well? We want to get the whole back to be doing the same thing. A lot of people will have the low back arched and the upper back flexed, which means you have two different things going on, and you'll start to get a locked kind of feeling if you're like that. This is a way to start to get the integration of the whole body doing the same thing again. Good, good. So you do that a few times, just feeling that. Good. Then let's try another position, which is with the hands in a prayer kind of position. Now this time when you go forward, you raise the hands and you look at them. Okay, so as you go forward, you raise the hands, you look at them. That's very good. So when you bring the hands down, if you want to, you could put them in your chest and let them help you soften your chest as you go down. Because when you go forward, you're going to be lifting the chest. So it's a way to feel that back and forth between softening the chest and lifting the chest. So when you go in here, you just push them in a little bit more, maybe go back a little bit more, so you really feel that flexion. And then when you come forward, we'll feel the reverse. That's very good. So you come down. When you come down, if you want to, go ahead and put your hands in there and just push back just a little bit. Feel how the chest softens and then it lifts as you come forward. Very good. Okay, now a few times let's try dropping the head. So actually take a rest for just a second. Rest the arms. We don't want to do too much. Because our emphasis in this work is on learning, not on trying to strengthen the muscles through overloading them, but by giving the muscles a different kind of experience by doing a movement that maybe they haven't done before. Because then our motor cortex has to open up to be able to do this new thing. Plus it puts us right here, right now, so it's a mindfulness kind of thing for our attention as well. So this time when the hands go up, we're going to drop the head through that hole there. And when they go down, we're going to look up. Okay, so give that a try a few times. So you drop the head through that little hole, and then you come back and you look up toward the ceiling when the hands are down at your chest. So just feel how this is a different kind of movement. But a lot of people do this. When they extend the arms to make some kind of effort, they'll shorten in the front. So part of them is going up and part of them is going down, which is going to lead to a blocked kind of feeling. A lot of people go through life like this. Because to make any kind of effort, they've learned to protect themselves by shortening in the front. So we want to deliberately do that a few times to really get the knowledge of what it feels like to do that. And once again, we're trying to soften, even though we're doing something unfamiliar and strange. We can still learn to use the minimum effort, which gives us the efficiency in the movement that we're looking for. Okay, so you've done that a few times. Go back to looking at the hands as they go up. So you look at the hands as they go up and just see if you have a little more freedom in your upper back from exploring that different option. That's very good, very good. Okay, and take another rest. Just rest in your chair. Notice how you feel for a moment. Give yourself a rest from that concentration. Now, another habit that we have that's very strong is to use our eyes in a particular way. Usually our eyes are going to lead the movement. If we are going to turn right, we'll look right. And the other way, up or down, we're going to look up and go up. So we're going to reverse that. So if you come back to sitting again, Just notice how your eyes can just look down with your head staying still first. Good. So the head can stay still, the eyes can look down. Okay, now can you start to tilt your head back while you look down? So the head tilts back the way we were when we were looking up toward the ceiling, but this time the eyes are going to look down while we do that. And then you come back to the middle. So the head goes back, the eyes look down. And then if you want to, when the head goes down, the eyes look up. So the eyes are going opposite the head. Okay? Just feel how funny that is to do. Give yourself time, go slowly. If you have difficulty with that, then just leave your eyes fixed in the middle on something in front of you and move the head. And then you'll still be opposing the eyes. And then as you get used to that, you'll be able to move the eyes as well in the opposite direction. Good, good. Good. Okay, then bring your arms back in that prayer position. We're going to try and put a few things together, so let's go slowly. Can we raise the arms while we drop the head through the hole and the eyes look up? Then you bring the hands down while the head goes back and the eyes look down. Okay, so let's go back and forth that way a few times. The hands go up, the head drops through the hole, the eyes are looking up toward the forehead. The hands go down, the head goes back, the eyes look down at the cheeks. Very good. A few times. And the emphasis is on feeling something, not on making a big movement. Good. 2 more times. Hands go up, head drops through, eyes look up. Hands go down, head goes back, eyes look down. Of course, in Feldenkrais, you can take a break anytime you need to. Good, good. Okay, and then stop in the middle with your hands by your chest. And a couple times have everything go up now. So the hands go up, the head goes up, the eyes look up. Just feel if you have a little more freedom now in that movement. So go up and down a couple times. See if now you've got that feeling of everything moving together, and it's gotten easier to do. Notice how good it feels when the body gets integrated and all of it is working together to do an action. How we get this feeling of power that way. Good. Okay, and then take a little break in your chair there. Whenever you're ready, you can sit in any position you want. Just take a rest for a moment. Notice how you feel. Notice if there's any parts of your spine you might be able to feel a little bit more now.